get December Daily 2022 started. Today I'm going to be working on day 1 of my December Daily, and I'm going to, on the back side of this, I'm gonna work on the back side of this because this is where I'm gonna put my reason why, but I haven't done this yet. I'll do it later. I probably, since it's gonna be pretty simple and I'm just gonna be adding in a printed text, I'm probably not going to film that, but this is going to be my reason why. So day 1 is starting on the back of my reason why. And the very first thing that happened this Christmas season was we went to Thanksgiving at my mom's, and my mom is not going to be in town for Christmas, so she gave us sort of an early Christmas present and created a box that was a cocoa bar. So cute. Cocoa bar for us to celebrate the season, which is pretty funny because the next day we always decorate our tree the day after Thanksgiving. So the next day I was already contemplating setting up a hot cocoa bar. So this adorable one that she made is what I ended up using, of course. So I have this picture of all of our hot chocolates that we drank while we were decorating the Christmas tree, and it's really fun, a pretty picture. So I blew it up to be the full backside of this December Daily checklist thing that I got going on the other side. And then I'm going to use pocket pages on this side to document the rest of it. I'm trying really hard this year to work in the pockets a lot and also to make my album fit in one album. So I'm using a Stitchers Twist Kits Life Crafted album, a 6x8 album, which is actually like almost a 3-inch spine, so I might be able to do it. But that is my plan for this page. I'm just going to very simply set this up. I'm gonna have this photo of Finn with his hot chocolate. I'm thinking I want it to be sort of movable and dangling from here so that you can like move it over and see the full picture, because it is a little bit big. So it's just gonna be this frame size. It's a little bit big, covers up this photo a little bit more than I would like, but I don't wanna do a photo flip here because I want you to be able to see both the picture of Finn and the picture of my mom and I on Thanksgiving. So I'm gonna sort of, I don't want it up here because it covers up all of that cute hot chocolate. So I'm gonna put it down here, I think, with a tag and put it on a brad probably. Yeah, I'm thinking I'm gonna do that. Maybe put this over here instead so that you can use it to move the photo around. But yeah, those are my thoughts. So let's get over to the the fast forwarded voiceover portion.
All right, so I guess in theory, pocket pages are supposed to be easier, but you know I can never do things halfway. So I always love my pocket pages to have lots and lots of layers. I'm not great at simplicity, which if you've been watching any of my videos, you know that simplicity and minimalist scrapbooking is not my thing. So we're just gonna go wild with these pocket pages, and this video and these pages actually took way longer than I thought they were going to, so there's that. So the first thing I'm going to do though is work on the Traveler's Notebook size page, and I am adhering this frame to the photo of Finn and then trimming off the excess. I framed him very well, so there was overlap on the photo that needed to be cut off. Then I used my awl to poke a hole in both the frame and in the portion of the main photo that I wanted the frame to sit on. That way it sits right in that bottom left-hand corner and doesn't cover up too much of that photo. And then I'm going to use this tag as a pull, or like a little place to put your hand so that you can move it around. And then I wanted to have this moment frozen and this little cocoa cup on the outside of the frame. So I'm going to use this washi tape. I really like this thin washi. I hope we get lots more of it from Cocoa Daisy. So I used it as a little border strip and then put everything down. So that was super easy. It moves around. I thought about putting something in the white space underneath the photo, but I decided that no, the whole point was that the photo was not covered up. That's why it's on a brad. So we just put that December up there in the top instead. I feel like it's a little bit blank up there, so I'm going to add to it later, and it ends up being a whole disaster piece, which we will see together, but it comes out. Part of the reason that I record the process videos and I don't really cut out mistakes is that part of scrapbooking and part of teaching scrapbooking techniques for me, or at least through these process videos, is coming back from mistakes. So we're going to see all that together. Now I'm working on the pocket side of this page, and you can see I'm starting to layer. I used one of the frames from the Frost and Frolic collection, which is the Cocoa Daisy December collection I'm using. This card is from the layered journal cards that I created in the Frost and Frolic December, No Stress December prep series that I just finished on this channel. I'll link day 4 in the description box so that you can go watch those prep videos if you want. But that made finishing this page this pocket super easy. I just wanted to add in the photo of our cocoa bar on the top of that card, so I have it like sort of tilted so it doesn't cover up too much of the journaling spot that I created, because I definitely need to add journaling to this page. I do it off camera because oftentimes I feel like my handwriting messes up the aesthetic of the page, which I'm fine with my handwriting being on the page, but it's prettier to take the photos without it sometimes. So I wanted to add a 1. I am going to number my stories this year. I do not do December daily as in, this is December 1st. This was not December 1st. This was the day of and the day after Thanksgiving. So my December daily normally starts in November because we decorate the Christmas tree and all that the day after Thanksgiving. But I wanted to number this first story, so I pulled out some older Cocoa Daisy number stamps because that was the best option for this page. And then I stamped some of the snowflakes as well from the Frost and Frolic collection. I added Cocoa Bar as a title, and then I just felt like I needed a little bit more green down here, so I'm going to add part of this pine bough sprig thing over here underneath, just to add a little bit more festive flair to this card. So you can see that even though I had this card quote unquote done as part of my prep series, I added a title, stamping, and pine boughs to it. So it's always, all of my prep pages and cards and all of that are always a jumping off point, a starting place for me. Going to add the date on this frame where it has a place for the date, because even though it's not December, I do want to document the day that this happened. So my mom gave us the cocoa bar obviously on Thanksgiving, but we set it up on the next day, so I used the day after Thanksgiving's date. Now, I did not want to do anything with that. I just want to drink hot cocoa and watch Christmas movies card, because the other side has a Christmas movie like watch list, and I want to use it. So I did not, put it on a flip up or anything. That was part of the design for this page, was to be able to use the other side. So that is why it's just going straight in the pocket. So I was putting away this card and I felt like it was just boring, like it wasn't finished. So I stamped this, loved this, and I want to stamp the heart as well, but it did not fit up in that top corner, which was the only place that had the blank space. So I decided to move the snowflakes and put that label down there instead. And then I added the hearts after I had it situated. It was okay to take that sticker off the photo, even though there's sticky residue. I'm putting this right back on there. Otherwise, I would have been in trouble with that sticky residue. But I was putting a different label on top of it instead, so it was no big deal. I liked the way that looked. I felt like it still needed one little thing when I started putting it back in the pocket. So after I adjust this, I'm going to start putting things in the pockets because I'm starting to finalize this page. And then I add a chipboard little asterisk star to that top card, this one, just because it needed a pop of red and like an icon, I thought. And I thought that really finished off that card well. So now here's where we start getting into trouble. I felt like that December up there, it was just so plain and boring. So I decided to start adding in snowflakes, and I do okay. I pull this back so that I can like have a snowflake peek out from underneath it. I stamp off the edge over there, and then the brad starts to get in the way here. I should have taken the brad out, but I was being super lazy. So this one I stamped way too low. Blair. So because I stamped it way too low, I decided to add more. And here we go. So this stamping gets all messed up. It doesn't fully stamp, and I get residue from not cleaning off my stamps because I am absolutely a lazy scrapbooker. So when I went to go fix it, I added in more stamping and it still just did not come out right. So I decided that the best thing to do was to go through and add enamel dots to each and every one of these snowflakes to cover up the mess in those bottom two, but also I really love how it looks with all of those enamel dots. How cool did that come out? I love it when I can save a mistake. Anyway, that is it for this video. If you enjoyed it, I'd love it if you give it a thumbs up. If you're new here, go ahead and subscribe. I would love to have you. If you don't already, you can follow me over on Instagram. I'm at Tracy M. Reed. I'd love to see you over there as well. And I will see you next time. Thank you.